Welcome to my world. 2 escargot, pâté, frisé, 2 green salads.
Okay, dinosaurs here.
Lamb chop, steak frites. Shouldn't you be doing something? 2 smoked filet and a pepper steak. Come on, make the dessert. Chocolate tart, please. As a cook, tastes and smells are my memories. And now I'm in search of new ones. So I'm leaving New York City and hope to have a few epiphanies around the world. And I'm willing to go to some lengths to do that. I'm looking for extremes of emotion and experience. I'll try anything. I'll risk everything. I have nothing to lose. Well, in Morocco, you land in Casablanca, a major city. You hear the word Casablanca, you're thinking about the movie. You're thinking about Bogart. Here we are, Bar Casablanca, in Casablanca. And you know what? It doesn't look much like the movie. It kind of looks like a strip mall outside of Tulsa to me. Anyway, the next few days, hopefully, we're going to see a very different Morocco, and it's not going to look anything like this. I put myself in the hands of Abdul, my guide, my driver. The man knows where to go, how to get what I want, how to see what I want to see. A guy with strong opinions about food and just about everything else. The first stop in my search for authentic Moroccan food is Moulay Idris, named for the great-grandson of the Prophet Muhammad and the founder of the country's first Islamic dynasty. Here, Abdul arranges a meal for us at his friend Rashid's restaurant. But first, we have to go to the market.
We do first, we go to the market first.
These guys know where they're going. No. I don't. Excellent. Like many of the outdoor markets in other countries I've visited, this central arena is chock full of freshly cut meats and fresh local produce. Salad is an important part of the meal here. Cooked vegetables in the salad or raw?
Well, both.
Or both, a little mix. Moroccans are proud of their cuisine. You ask almost anyone what's good in a particular area in Morocco, they're going to tell you, and they're going to have very strong opinions. Right, now we're eating a Moulay Idris tagine. Yes. We're going to try a Fez tagine later. That's you have strong opinions about this.
It's especially the kefta of Moulay Idris.
When you eat what's good in the place that does it best.
Yeah.
This is kefta town.
This is kefta town, yeah.
All right. We're buying beef for kefta, which are basically tiny meatballs. We'll be making kefta kebabs and kefta tagine at the restaurant today. I'm guessing they're going through the grinder. A little onion, some mint and cilantro, fried garlic. So he gets orders for this a lot.
Yeah.
He's all ready. We got a big ball here of ground up beef fat, cumin, paprika, cayenne, cilantro, parsley, and mint. A little salt and garlic. Thank you. Abdul's an amateur cook who takes his food very seriously. Some good hands. Taxi. On the way to the restaurant, Abdul shows me something really cool, the neighborhood bakery. Oh, here we go. In Morocco, bread is made in the home, and the dough is brought to a central oven where it is then baked. Every family makes their own bread. They bring the dough here, and this gentleman throws it into a communal oven.
Yes, like for 150 family, and each family with some special design.
So these marks on the bread identify whose bread it is. But as Abdul tells me, they're so good around here, and they've been doing this so long, that they can tell just from the shape of the bread and the way it's handled who made it and who it goes to. And man, it's a narcotic experience standing in here. It smells so good.
And now we go directly to the restaurant.
To Sharif's restaurant?
Yes.
And we're going to start cooking?
Yes, and these ladies are going to start cooking.
Who are the best cooks in this country?
Of course, the ladies.
I knew you were going to say that. This is a rare invitation we're experiencing, getting into the kitchen to watch the cooks. They can serve up to 300 people a night out of this restaurant. They're amazing when you look at the setup. Extraordinary. In Morocco, as anyone will tell you, the best cooks are women. But as a devout Islamic country, the women are generally hidden from view. We're going to get the tagine started because that takes the longest to cook. Tagine, meaning any meal in one, cooked as a stew and at least served in the traditional clay-fired tagine. Moroccans will tell you there are a number of tagines. While the spices seem the same, the way that each cook uses these things varies greatly. Real staples of Moroccan cuisine: garlic, pepper, salt, ginger, cumin, paprika, olive oil. We're not doing the Martha Stewart thing here where you start out with step 1 and then step 2. But we have tagine working, mise en place for kefta, which are little meatballs, and vegetable prep. These days, a lot of tagines are actually made in pressure cookers. It's the one-pot cookery. Substitute a wood fire for the tank full of gas, and substitute the original clay tagine for the pressure cooker, and you have pretty much the same thing. Particularly in the old way, it would take about 2 to 3 hours to cook. So once it's on the fire, you've got a couple hours to wander around and, kill a goat or whatever else has got to be done. Now, the sauce for kefta may look familiar, but try and imagine your Wednesday night spaghetti and meatballs loaded with cumin and paprika, and you have an altogether spicier meatball. That's a long way from a Garland 6-burner range top like I'm used to working with. We got sauce going over there for the kefta balls. We have some additional kefta mix happening here for brochette without sauce. Over here we got tagine working low and slow in a pressure cooker. The principal instrument around here, by the way, is the hand. Okay? You eat with it, you shake with it, you measure with it. There are not a lot of fixed recipes in this country. In a lot of ways, it's a cook's paradise because a lot of professional chefs really don't like doing things in an exact way. There's always a little bit of this, a little bit of that. That just always feels more natural and better for us. So the long guys are for kebab, the little round ones kept in sauce. Okay, the smells coming out of here are unbelievable. I wish you could smell this room. The smells are driving me nuts, so it's a good thing they start bringing out the salads. After being lucky enough to witness the makings of a Moroccan feast, we finally sit down to eat. I think I'm in real trouble now, because I'm about to have, well, my first traditional Moroccan meal, and I'm going to eat it Moroccan style. That means I'm going to eat with my hands. The meal begins with the washing of hands, in keeping with Islamic law. When we told the waiter that this silly American will be eating Moroccan style, there was some amusement all around the room. A variety of salads and crudité type dishes are laid out at the beginning of the meal. We have carrots, that's tomato and green pepper. Potato salad, tomato salad. Luckily, we start small, because I'm just learning how to eat the local way.
With the 3 fingers. You use the two like this, right? And the third one, like
it takes a little bit of trial and error to get this down, and the possibilities of looking clumsy are many.
Try to do it in the...
Just to do it down like this?
Yes, and the third finger like this. You see? Almost the same.
It's fantastic.
Same thing.
As we dig into the salads, my handling skills improve a little bit. The plates keep coming, each bringing something new and colorful to the table. Basically, you cut the kebab.
That's kebab, yes.
That's all the mix being made. I noticed when you break your bread, see you shaping it a little bit so that it's easier. You either take the center out, or you...
I don't want to become fat.
Oh, that's your personal choice. Okay. So this is not a Moroccan thing. That's an Abdul thing. So that's the little kefta balls that we saw before.
Yes, and
cooked in tomato sauce with egg, I see. I can get this to go down. It looks really good. It's also a very traditional dish. And kefta, particularly good in Malaya.
Yes.
How'd I do?
You do well.
Okay, I didn't embarrass my country.
You do as well.
After eating, the Moroccans have a strange but not unpleasant custom of defumigating themselves and others with incense and rose water. Oh, yeah. I feel better already. The next stop in my search for authentic Moroccan cuisine is Fez. Fez is a medieval walled city from the 12th century. Because they have a history of fighting off would-be invaders, their cuisine developed from food that could be grown and stored for long periods of time within the city walls. They had olive and date trees, they had plenty of dried legumes and dried beef and preserved food squirreled away inside their homes. Because of their ability to outlast siege, they developed a cuisine. And we see the remnants of that even now. In Fez, Abdul sets me up with Abdel Fattah, a Moroccan artist born in Fez, and his British wife, Naomi. They're a little camera shy, but really nice. They live in an absolutely magnificent home that they've restored themselves. Hey, let me show you where I woke up this morning. Modest digs. My bathroom. I should have 2 big bald guys stripped to the waist, opening this simultaneously. Breakfast, little barbecue for the friends. Here's what's cooking. After I expressed an interest in traditional Moroccan cuisine, Abdel Fattah and Naomi are only too happy to set us up with his mother, sisters, and their family cook, who set about making us the dishes most important to Moroccan cuisine. Couscous. Essentially, it's steamed semolina. It's sort of the pasta of Moroccan cuisine. Not that instant stuff you've seen poured out of a packet. This is a couscousière. The little holes in the bottom of this thing sits over some boiling water and steams slowly. They take this stuff very, very seriously around here. We got the couscous itself, but it implies stuff that comes with it as well. Lamb, carrot, onion, squash, cabbage, some fresh peas, tomato, chickpeas, and I'm guessing that this is going to generate some pretty nice sauce. And we're also making pastilla, which is a very traditional dish around these parts. It's essentially a pigeon pie. This is really difficult to make, and it can take 2 days. What we're doing is making basically an ultra-thin, crepe-like object. The finished product will look like this. As you can see, even holding this is difficult. Like phyllo, but a little more elastic. This would cause any professional I know to start weeping. That's really hard. While Mom works on the pastilla dough, the couscous is on round 2. The couscous is cooked 3 times. In between each time, it's rubbed between the hands. It seems to expand and become airier. This is about a 2.5-hour process. Pigeons. Pigeon, I don't want to eat that. Actually, pigeons were imported to the United States as food. And while I don't exactly want to go out to Central Park and start tagging pigeons either, most of the rest of the world, they're still eating. Pigeon, particularly in Bastilla, is considered a big deal. Usually presented for weddings, birthdays. This is not an everyday dish. I promise, when I eat this, I'm not going to say it tastes just like chicken. It's a whirlwind of activity in Abdel Fattah's mom's kitchen. I'm trying to keep up. She's making pastry. She's making tagine. Fez is famous for this. In this case, it's a lemon, olive, and chicken tagine. She's got 12 different projects going on at the same time. I see vegetables going on, salads happening, and all kind of mysteriously appearing in strange and wonderful ways. I only know what it feels like to watch baseball for the first time. And the couscous is still not finished. This final time is cook over the actual stewing lamb so that all of those flavors coming up from the simmering meat juice and spice and seasoning permeates the couscous. I know what they're doing, but they're doing it all wrong, but somehow it's working. That's not the way to cut an artichoke, but somehow it's happening faster and better than I've seen in a lot of times in professional kitchens. Mom tells me that the pigeon stays overnight so that the flavors marry up. One of the really interesting things about Moroccan cuisine is you're going to see the same ingredients popping up again and again, and yet even the same dish from cook to cook is going to have its own subtle but distinct flavor. What I'm missing in my kitchen, what you're probably missing in your kitchen, is this trained hands. They say, by the way, that scads of information is communicated just through the preparation of food. Husbands can tell the mood of their wives by the slightest difference of spice she uses in preparing an everyday dish. Like Islamic art, one is operating under very rigid guidelines. Within those guidelines, individuals find a way to express themselves. These ladies have been cranking it out all morning. I'm looking forward to seeing if it was all worth the effort. As any local will tell you, the best place to eat real Moroccan food is in a private home. And I'm lucky that Abdel Fattah's family has been slaving away to make this mountain of couscous for us. I'm afraid to poke at this. Don't crush me. It's beautiful. Yes, please. I don't think I have the requisite skills. These are the roasted green peppers that we saw going with a little tomato and dressing that I recognized from before. That's artichoke, cucumber, green salad.
Zaluka.
Zaluka.
That's what you call eggplant.
Eggplant?
And zaluka means slimy.
Oh, really? I can't call anything slimy on my menu. It's just not a selling point. This was ruined couscous in New York for me. You know, we do the instant and it's sort of a glutinous mass. This is wonderful. They take their couscous very, very seriously in Morocco. Eating this fluffy, ethereal stuff, it's a world apart from any couscous I've ever had. Is this like a once-a-week thing? Every Friday?
Well, Friday being a holiday, some people aren't working, so it's usually a family day, and it's a good excuse for cooking a big dish.
Small portions aren't a thing around here, are they? The couscous was tremendous, but I feel like I need to walk off my meal, so I wandered to the souk. A souk is a central marketplace inside of Medina. It's a twisting, cavernous labyrinth of people, selling just about everything there is that one could possibly imagine selling. Everywhere you look, the food is ultra-fresh, brought in each and every day, believe it or not, by mule. Oh, yeah. This stuff is looking astoundingly fresh, considering not a refrigerator in sight. Well, that looks good. Hey, it's Krispy Kreme. Do you have ones with sprinkles? I was planning to walk off my meal, and now I'm running into temptation left and right. Department of Dates. Now, this is my idea of fast food. I came to the wrong place to give my stomach a break. I think I'll pass on the snails. It's early yet. After stuffing my face with all sorts of goodies in the market, I see this crepe-looking thing. I've got to try this. Yeah, I think one of these with a little bit of that stuff in it, whatever it is. You'd eat that, right? I hope it's sweet. Please, God, I mean, don't let that be kidney paste or anything. That rocks. Thankfully, the filling is sweet. Ground up dates, spices, cinnamon, nothing too alarming. It's delicious. It's kind of got a baklava sort of a taste on the inside. It's good for the 7th inning stretch. It's no easy task navigating the labyrinth of the old city streets. But somehow I get my busting gut back in time for my dinner of lemon, olive, and chicken tagine.
This is chicken. Tortilla and sauce. Preserved lemon. It's been preserved in salt. Tomato and olive tree.
That's better. I'm getting really used to this bread. Wonderful. Oh, that looks really good. I've been looking forward to this. I'm told our driver has been singing praises of this dish since we got in the car.
I hope it's up to expectation.
I'm already deliriously happy. It's just smelling it. Wonderful. Abdul was right. Now, why does everyone say that the best hygiene comes from Fez?
Well, it is true.
Well, okay. But you're from here also, aren't you?
Well, Fez has been the melting pot of civilization for 12 centuries.
Well, I was just reading, Fez has always been the center of culture, politics, intellectual life, and intrigue.
Intrigue, yes, that's true.
We haven't had much of that yet, but we have time. Before I'm even out of bed, Abdel Fattah's mom is in the kitchen finishing the Bastilla pigeon pie she started the day before.
Well, that's good. Stripped meat from the pigeon.
Clearly it's been slowly stewed until soft and shreddable. Mom's got ahead of me here. This is a thin, crepe-like substance called wanka. Sugar, toasted almonds, we see right now. A layer of almost scrambled egg. Now we're filling the pie. Get that cinnamon, almond, bakery flavor going on. It's really aromatic. Another layer. We've got that lasagna thing going on. You use an egg to glue it all together. And we're wrapping it all up. Clearly you don't want it to leak. It seems to be a little patch of glue, a little butter. That's going to help brown it and crisp it. Excellent. Merci bien. That looks pretty good. So that's that. Next step, cooking. After that, eating. We'll be right back. As the Bastilla bakes, Abdel Fattah's kids are busy concocting their own creation. Salad for their pet tortoise.
When they're doing their cooking part, we're doing our cooking part, which is more interesting.
See, my thinking is, you could put these in the freezer, and then every time a vegan comes over, you could just pop out one cube and you'd be ready for them. You know, I've been traveling a lot lately. I've eaten many, many things like that. It looks pretty tasty.
Cool for a tortoise, of course.
Once again, I wish this was in smell-o-vision because it smells really good in here. Come on, how can you resist anything covered in powdered sugar and cinnamon? Oh, bravo.
So, is it your first pastilla?
My first real pastilla, yes. So once again, this is not a dish that was invented 10 years ago.
Well, it's coming from Andalusia, so we're talking 13th century.
This dish has everything. Crispy dough surrounding gamey pigeon meat, sweet cinnamon flavor on top of nutty almond paste. That's really extraordinary. The stronger, darker meat stands up to the spice. It all blends together seamlessly. It doesn't seem strange, doesn't seem unusual, makes perfect sense. Every mouthful, just right. Pigeons of New York, watch out. The longer I stay in Morocco, the more I'm able to discern the subtle differences from cook to cook. The room with which one can improvise seems, on its surface, to be very, very limited. But it's enough room for Moroccans. And as one begins to discern the differences, the effort is usually very rewarding. This is extraordinary.